Hello and welcome to a fresh episode of Companynama English. But before we dive into the corporate world, have you renewed your insurance policy yet? Wondering why I'm talking about insurance? Well, get yourself updated on all your insurance and policy matters with our weekly show, Insurance Central, only on Money9. But before that, over to this week's corporate and startup updates. I'm Shrestha Tiwari. Let's get started. Adani Power, a subsidiary of Adani Group, will supply power to Bangladesh from its upcoming power project in Jharkhand. By December 16, 2022, Adani Power has set up a 1,600 megawatts thermal power plant in Godda of Jharkhand to supply power to Bangladesh Power Development Board, which is BPDB, through a transmission line. Now, the project is significant as Bangladesh has been recognized as an important partner under India's Neighborhood First policy. And in another news, Adani Group will be building 3 giant factories in India, leading to the world's most integrated green energy value chains. Gautam Adani, the chairman of Adani Group, said on Wednesday. Adani had said this in July that the group would invest $70 billion in green energy transition and infrastructure projects to become a net exporter of clean energy. Adani's announcement comes days after rival billionaire Mukesh Ambani announced his 5th gigafactory at the company's annual general meeting on 29 August. Singapore Telecommunications, commonly known as Singtel, is believed to have sold around 1.76% stake in Bharti Airtel through block deals, aggregating to around 7,148 crore rupees. Now, the bulk of these shares have been acquired by Bharti Telecom Limited. Singtel is believed to have offloaded a total of 104 million Airtel shares in the market on 7 September. Block deal data although shows that BTL bought a total of 96.2 million shares in Airtel. As per Matter experts, the balance 7.8 million shares were acquired by the public, which in turn has marginally boosted the public holding in the Sunil Mittal-led telco. The Mumbai bench of the NCLT has allowed Zee Entertainment Enterprises to hold a shareholders meeting next month for the proposed merger with broadcaster Sony. In its order, NCLT has directed the management of Zee to hold a shareholders meeting on October 14, 2022 for voting on the proposed scheme of merger. In July, Zee, the broadcasting and entertainment conglomerate, received approval from the BSE and NSE as well for its proposed merger with Culver Max Entertainment, which is Sony. However, last week reports said that the Competition Commission of India raised concerns about the bargaining power the merger entity may enjoy and said that the matter needed further investigation. Co-founder of Indigo, Rakesh Gangwal, has decided to offload Indigo's shares worth 2,000 crore rupees. Gangwal's decision to reduce his stake in India's largest airline comes 6 months after he resigned from the company's board of directors. The block deal has floor price of 1,850 rupees per share and will involve the sale of 10.8 million shares. Now, post this, the shares of Indigo fell over 4% in early trade on September 8th. LIC's chairman M.R. Kumar told its shareholders that the country's largest insurer, LIC, intends to raise its market share in non-participating insurance products as well as diversifying the channel mix. Having a market share of 65%, the state-owned life insurer has a dominant business mix coming from the participating business, offering 17 individual participating products, 17 individual non-participating products, 11 group products and 7 products with rider benefits. And GMR Group on September 2nd said that it will divest its entire 40% stake in Cebu International Airport in Philippines for an upfront payment of 1,330 crore rupees as well as earnouts to be received over a period of more than 4 years. Now, the definitive agreement has been signed between GMR Airports International, BV and Aboitiz Infra Capital Inc. for a divestment of stake in Cebu Airport. AIC is the infrastructure arm of the Philippines-based Aboitiz Group, and according to a regulatory filing, the stake is being divested as part of the focus on deleveraging GMR Airports Limited and churning assets for higher returns on investment. Supreme Court on 5th September allowed Adani Ports and Special Economic Zone Limited to withdraw its petition challenging the High Court's order that upheld the company's disqualification of its bid by the Jawaharlal Nehru Port Trust for upgrading a container terminal in Navi Mumbai. The division bench of Justice M.R. Shah and Justice Krishna Murari, while allowing the withdrawal, noted that Adani Ports and SEZ shall have no claim in the current bidding process of JNPT. Just a few weeks ago, the Murugappa Group's Tube Investments of India had indicated that it was moving aggressively into the electric vehicle segment and had firm plans to invest up to 1,000 crore rupees that would help create at least 4 platforms. Now, the first product based on the platform, the Montra 3-wheeler e-rickshaw, rolled out last week, and at its launch, Arun Murugappan, who is the executive chairman of Tube Investments of India, said that TI Clean Mobility also plans to introduce a tractor and a heavy commercial vehicle. The company will also be launching similar products for the cargo sector. State-owned power giant NTPC on September 5th announced the acquisition of 600-megawatt Jhabua power plant of 925 crore rupees, which is its first such deal through insolvency proceedings. It also stated that this is the first acquisition of a power asset by NTPC through NCLT route, which is a step forward in accomplishing NTPC's long-term capacity targets. And shareholders agreement was signed between NTPC, JPL and secured financial creditors on Monday in New Delhi. Under the resolution plan, NTPC has offered 50% equity stake in JPL to the secured financial creditors, while NTPC has retained all the management rights and control over the company. And switching focus to our special segment On the Radar, where we update you on all those corporates that are surrounded by controversies. Now, which are those that were on the radar this week? Let's find out. The Enforcement Directorate on 3rd September conducted raids at 6 premises of online payment gateways such as Razorpay, Paytm and Cashfree in Bengaluru over alleged irregularities in instant app-based loans controlled by Chinese persons. Now, the Federal Probe Agency has also said that during the raids, it has seized around 17 crore rupees worth funds kept in merchant IDs and bank accounts of these Chinese persons-controlled entities. Meanwhile, Paytm has also denied any links with the merchants that are currently under the ED scanner. The state-owned Central Bank of India has opened a new front to recover dues from the Bianis, promoters of the debt-ridden Future Group. The bank has filed a personal insolvency case against promoter Kishore Biani, his elder brother Vijay Biani and cousin Sunil Biani with total claims of 1,047 crore rupees. According to an ET report, all 3 brothers had given personal guarantees for loans applied by subsidiaries such as Iskrupa Mall Management, Syntex Trading and Agency and Unique Malls. The Supreme Court on the 5th September issued notices to the Future Group and the Competition Commission of India on a plea by Amazon against the June 13 NCLAT's orders, which upheld the decision to keep share subscription agreement between Amazon and Future Coupons Private Limited in abeyance. The bench has also sought a response in the matter from the Future Group as well as CCI and put the matter for detailed consideration on September 19th. The court also issued notice to the Confederation of All India Traders, which had opposed Amazon's deal with the Future Group. Well, that was all about corporates. Let's take a look at what's brewing in the startup world. Online health tech platform 1mg has turned a unicorn as it raised close to $40 million in a fresh funding round led by Tata Digital. The Tata-owned company is now valued between $1.25 billion to $1.3 billion as per multiple media reports. As per the annual report of Tata Sons, Tata Digital has acquired a majority stake at 1mg, its digital health company. 1mg has so far raised $230.8 million across 16 funding rounds, including the latest one. Apart from Tata Digital, those who participated in the round include existing investors such as MPOF Mauritius, HBM Healthcare Investments and others. According to data compiled by Traction, the month of August for startups in India was a tough one as funding rounds declined 20% when compared with July 2022. Amid a crucial slowdown, often referred to as funding winter, startups witnessed $885 million in funding, 102 funding rounds and 9 acquisitions, which were down by 20%, 8% and 18% respectively compared on a month-on-month basis. Traction in its August 2022 report on the Indian tech startup space also mentioned that this phenomenon is expected to continue for the next 12 to 18 months. Of what became the talk of the town this week, Bollywood actor Ranveer Singh invested in the homegrown beauty company Sugar Cosmetics. Sugar Cosmetics on 3rd September announced that actor Ranveer Singh has come on board as its newest investor. The company said that the partnership with the youth icon is expected to create a new pathway for customer acquisition, especially with Gen Z and millennial audiences in India. Well, that's all on this week's Companynama English, but if you want to watch our other exclusive shows and content, download Money9 app, which is now available on your Google Play Store and App Store. See you again next week with more new updates from both the corporate and startup world. Until then, stay tuned to Money9.